Hello and welcome to today's video. Today we are here playing NASCAR Heat 5 and we're playing Sonoma with the Truck Series. So a little bit of a difference here on the channel, not following just the Cup Series schedule, also not racing Cup cars today. We're racing the Truck Series, of course, which is always very, very fun to play in the games. I love racing the Truck Series just as much as I love racing the Cup Series, honestly. And today we are, of course, racing one of the tracks that's not on got yeeted from the calendar here in 2020. I initially was going to do it with the Cup cars, and I looked at it, I'm like, no, we race Cup cars all the time. Let's do something different. Let's do the trucks again. So, the trucks obviously never race at Sonoma. It'd be cool if they did, but they don't. But yeah, I wanted to race here. We did Sonoma last game with the Xfinity cars, because Xfinity also does not race here, so this is purely just a Cup track. And a lot of the Cup tracks in the calendar, or any series, honestly, all three of them, if they were specifically to that series, most of the time they got took off the calendar. I believe the Cup Series had New Hampshire as their exclusive track that still stayed on. And then Xfinity had, because Xfinity didn't do New Hampshire, did they? No. So the Cup Series had New Hampshire as their exclusive track, and then we saw the Xfinity Series at Road America. So Cup New Hampshire, Xfinity Series Road America, and also the trucks are gonna have Gateway as their exclusive track. So just thinking of the ones that is exclusive, that's the one I can think of being exclusive for just the trucks. I don't think there's any other ones. So they've each sort of had one, but for the most part it hasn't been let's travel across the country to do Sonoma. Or, let's bring the Xfinity Series cars to Iowa, or trucks to Eldora, or things like that. So being one of the tracks that got took off the calendar, but one of the ones that I really, really like, some of my favorite tracks. I've always loved playing in the games, but I haven't really done this layout that much. It was only in last year's game and this year, so still getting used to this layout a little bit, but I think I got it. So I wanted to do it. I wanted to race the race in Sonoma, and I just figured, you know what? We've done this for F1 already. We did some of the tracks that they took off the calendar. I think we did Azerbaijan Grand Prix was one of them. I don't know of any other one that we did. I think it was Azerbaijan. Oh, we did the U.S. Grand Prix as well. So the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, United States Grand Prix, those are the two that we did. Once they got taken off the calendar for Formula 1. So I figured, you know what? We'll do that for NASCAR. We'll do Sonoma. And then later this week, we will do Darlington with the Cup cars, getting ready for the first round of the playoffs. So that's going to be quite exciting. There you go, on pole here in Sonoma. Feels good to be the first truck to lead this field at the start. So let's see what happens here. Again, we don't really do truck or Xfinity Series videos on the channel, so maybe when the playoffs start, we could look at maybe doing all three. I don't know. So here we go. 2 laps of Sonoma. Let's go.
All right, you're clear.
I've always been decent at the road courses in the games. Ever since I first played NASCAR 2005 Chase of the Cup. I've always been decent at road courses in all the ones that I played. NASCAR 2008. 2011 was a bit of an exception because I only played that one really for the memes. But then we, jump forward to 14 and 15. Those games I was pretty good at as well, and then, all the NASCAR Heat games in the road course. So basically all of them I've been decent at. But even in 2011, when I was memeing that game, that was when I did the best at. It was Watkins Glen in that game. So Here we go, try to work our way around for the first lap here in Sonoma. So yeah, I don't really know why, but road courses have always been something that have just worked well for me. I've always just been decent at them, so just knowing how to get it right, basically. So here you go, working our way through to finish lap 1. Of course, only 2 laps in this stage here at Sonoma. Trucks always do a shorter race. Anyways, so in this game, I don't know the full length that they picked for the trucks for Sonoma. Obviously, again, not being an actual event, I don't know the lap amount. But considering that it's, I think, 110 laps for the Cup Series, I could imagine this being like 70 for the trucks. Or honestly, whatever the amount of laps are of Canadian tires, potentially a good bet for what it is for this, but I believe this line you want to take is go way over like that and then come back this way. On the brakes through here, absolutely brilliant. I feel really, really good about this truck so far, and honestly how this race is going for us. This is absolutely brilliant. But yeah, talking about watching these, and you know, playing the game and all that sort of stuff. I was talking about how I, you know, like playing the trucks in this. I really like watching the truck series, pretty much up there with the Cup Series as well.
On that stage, way to go.
I mean, Xfinity's okay. I've never liked it as much as trucks or Cup. Of the three, it's the one that I probably watch the least and care about the least. Really depends on if a driver that I like moves up into it. Like a few years ago, when, well, it's been a while now, but 2014, 2015, when Chase Elliott was in it, that was fun to watch. And then William Byron, I believe, in
We're
17.
going green. Be ready.
That was fun to watch. So, and I also did like watching Eric Jones in it.
2 to go.
15, 16, whatever years he was in it. So, it depends. It's going to be a driver that I like to watch in it. I mean, I like watching Chase Briscoe, but I don't know. It's sort of like the same time when I liked watching Eric Jones, and it wasn't the same. I really liked watching Chase Elliott and William Byron in that for sure. And I just think the trucks are just fun overall to watch. That's just, the trucks are always pretty exciting. Yes. Can use that for all my videos later on. So basically, I spent 2 days not playing the PlayStation. I want to take a little bit of time off from gaming. I spent basically every day playing the PlayStation. And I did feel my wrist hurting a little bit from holding the controller. So I really took 2 days almost from not playing video games at all. I did play a little bit of Animal Crossing, but tried to keep that to a minimum. So 2 days of really trying to not game, jump back here in the studio, get recording. But with that, there was games to update. I think F1's update came out today, day of recording, but they got other games that I have to go through and check and be like, oh, okay, what else the updates? It's always like when you don't play that all these updates come out. So that's good though. I had to make sure it was updated before I played the game. So videos for this week.
Lap, this time by.
Got to make sure everything's up to date. So I check every game typically before recording starts. Okay. And there's the other one came through. But I'm just glad to be able to record with the capture card because The way I used to record, that'd be blocked, and it'd be like a massive black box on the screen. And it took up so much more space. Like, I don't care if you guys see that I have, you know, oh no, you guys saw that I have F1 updating. You guys saw that Fall Guys updated. Oh no, even though they're updating 4 videos to make later today. That go up later in this week. Now, I do believe we're going to have to pit after this stage ends. I'm not sure about tires. I think we'll probably have to take tires. But definitely felt the truck skip a little bit through that corner there. Well, I guess while we're doing the trucks, we can talk about drivers that I like in the truck series. Because we'll talk about drivers that I liked watching the Xfinity Series a few years ago. You guys know the main drivers that I like in the Cup Series. And obviously Kevin Harvick and, like I mentioned, Chase Elliott and William Byron being drivers that I liked in the lower series. So of course I like them in the Cup Series. But in the, and then again, even for Xfinity, I mentioned Chase Briscoe. So I guess we can get to, who do I like in trucks? Well, I mean, I'm racing Natalie Decker truck, so I'll just start with that. I'd like to see her be able to, you know, get a little bit further in the field. I know she's not in necessarily the best equipment, and she doesn't do every race. And I think that having female drivers in NASCAR is a good thing. So I'd like to see her do better, and hopefully she does. But I do like at least seeing her race a little bit. I mean, I don't show her that much. She's more towards the back of the field, but lots of times she gets caught up in incidents that aren't really her fault. So I like Natalie Decker, and also Sheldon Creed. Sheldon Creed's been a driver that I've liked watching, of drivers in the front of the field. Liked watching Sheldon Creed in the past few weeks. So those are probably drivers that I like in the truck series the most. Sheldon Creed, Natalie Decker, those are the two. So that's that. But in this race, we did our pit stops. We're here. We're good. Ooh, get on the brakes here into this corner. Ooh, slide a little bit. But yeah, I'd like to see Natalie Decker maybe sort of move up in the field a little bit, get more towards the front. I think she's sort of been just in not the best trucks for 2 years. And again, she hasn't on a full schedule. So if she gets to doing more full schedule, maybe, you know, get out of the back of the field a little bit where you just get caught up in stupid crashes. Because I always see it like, if she gets in a crash, everybody says it's her fault. It's like, she was just there. Or, what was it? I think Kansas? A few weeks ago? I don't remember all the tracks. I don't remember all the mile and a half tracks. They're all the same. Might have been Kansas. That she got into a crash there, and she was just sort of driving, and everybody sort of crashed in front of her, and she sort of just got caught up in this. It was just such a big crash. So, you know, if she can get to a spot where she maybe doesn't get into crashes and maybe can get into a little better team or, you know, get out of the back of the field, I think that'd be cool. 5 laps remaining here in Sonoma in the Truck Series. This is going to be a good one here. Good little finish of this race. So far, of course, we led every single lap in Sonoma. Qualified first. 1 stage 1, 1 stage 2. And now here we are with 5 laps to go, leading in Sonoma. Come over the hill here. No cautions yet in this race for, obviously, incidents. No cautions or anything besides the 2 stage breaks. So, very interesting on that side. Gonna make sure we can manage these tires to make it 5 more laps. they were pretty bad after 4 laps of racing. So, of course, as you who don't know, I run, I believe, now with 3% or 3 times tire wear. I don't know if it's 4 still. I've talked about changing. I don't know if it's 3 or 4. I think it's 3, but 3 times tire wear, fuel. That basically forces you, especially in the Cup races, to have to pit once or twice. Because I only race them 13%. So it kind of forces there to be a pit stop or 2. It can kind of make the races more fun to play, more exciting to watch kind of thing. I've always put it on the higher amount to really put higher tire wear and more fuel consumption just to make it like a lot closer racing. Because I think if you race on 13%, I mean, you're not going to see a pit stop ever if you race on regular amount, because that's typically going to be less than the length. Oh my god, I got way up on that curve. Less than like the length of a regular stage in a Cup race, especially. So you're not gonna get to see a pit stop really ever in any series, because it's gonna last for so long. So if you do it 3-4 times tire wear and fuel consumption, you're gonna get a guaranteed pit stop every time to make it a little bit more exciting. You know, to put more of that aspect of tire wear, fuel management, all that kind of stuff that you have to really worry about. So I'm worried that we're down to estimated fuel of 4 at this part of the track, considering we have 4 laps to go. As long as it doesn't drop to 3, we should be good. Like now, if it drops to 3 at that same spot, I'll feel good about it, but we're just in a spot where we gotta... Alright, we're good. No worry about that anymore. No worries about managing that at all anymore. I was gonna say, if we have to keep going, we'll have to manage it, but we're at the point where it doesn't really matter.
Drive safe, be smart.
We got it. 4 laps of fuel, 2 laps of racing, whatever. So that was the first caution there for an actual issue. There's a car on the pit, or a car in the pits there I can see on the mini-map. Somebody must have had a problem maybe mechanically with the engine, or got into a crash or something with DNF, I don't know. There's no way you can see a replay of it here, so who knows. That's something I did like about the NASCAR 14 and 15, that when there was a caution, you would see it. They would show you a replay of it before you went to do your restart. There was always, you'd see a car spinning or something, and you'd always have that image show up on the screen and show you why you're under caution. See kind of who crashed, whether it's yourself or somebody else in the race. And it'd be nice to know, like, when you get a caution, sort of what happened when it's not, obviously, yourself involved. But what I'm curious about is going to be, how the hell are they going to implement the choose rule into the game next season? So, this game doesn't even have lane choice like you had in 15 and 14, because before the choose rule was introduced a few weeks ago, obviously the leader got to choose whatever lane they wanted to start in. So if it's more advantageous on a restart for you to start on the outside lane, say here I started on this part, but I honestly may want to start on the outside here. It's a little bit wider through this section, but I can climb up the hill in this spot and then have the prime spot going into this corner. So, I mean, you might want to choose that line if that's going to work for you, because that sets you up in a better spot. If you're still too wide through here, you're going to get the advantage into this part and you should be good. There's a bunch of turns that you can really use it in, but especially at certain tracks. You can look at, like, Martinsville. You always want to be on the low side. As the leader, you want to be on that low inside lane. That's the easy choice, you stay there. But say a track like Dover, when they were racing Dover the other weekend, every single restart in every single series, the leader always took the outside line and cut down. But now, anybody in the field can make that choice. But in this game, the fact that they didn't even have like a choice for the leader like you used to have in 14 and 15, because right when you load in after an incident, you do the running order, who moved where, which is really, really cool. And then you would kind of just see, okay, this is where everybody's running, and then it would say inside or outside. You had like 10 seconds or 5 seconds to make your choice. This game doesn't have that after a caution, whether it's a stage or just a regular restart. So how they're going to implement a choose rule, I don't know, because obviously the choose rule goes by any driver can pick whatever single lane they want. Besides road courses and super speedways.
Great win.
Now, I don't know if road courses and super speedways, maybe, can the leaders still do it like they always have been able to? I'm not sure. I think so. So here we go, celebrate our win here in Sonoma. Absolutely dominant win, leading every single lap of the race. There's not a single point where I did not lead the race. Start to finish, qualified first, led all stage 1, all stage 2. After pitting at the end of stage 2, got new tires and fuel. Kept the lead there. Kept the lead on a late restart, and we absolutely dominated here in Sonoma. This here, I believe, should be my 11th win of the game, but this was going to count as the 10th because our win at the Daytona race from the other week in the Cup car, I closed the game too early and it didn't count. It did not count that race, so unfortunately, that win, though it does count here in our videos, and this is now 2 wins in a row in NASCAR Heat in our videos, it didn't count in the video game. It did not save it because I closed it too early and went to record whatever video was next. I believe probably F1 I recorded after. I don't remember my recording order, but I closed the game before going back to the menu, so it didn't count it. But here we are, celebrating our win in Sonoma. It's awesome to be here, getting the dub in this truck, and we'll see you guys for more NASCAR Heat videos this Sunday, where we take on Darlington in the Cup car. So can we go over here like you used to be able to? Or is it just going to block me off of the wall? Oh, shit. What? Oh, wow. You can go over here. That's pretty fun. I'm glad they left it in there. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they implement the choose rule maybe in the next NASCAR Heat game. I'm not sure, but it's a pretty complicated thing for them to add into a game. I don't know. I don't know how you make something like that work. It'd almost be like if you let everybody drive under caution, like you can do in something like F1 where you can drive under the safety car. It'd be almost something like that. Beep, beep. Beep, beep, fire truck. I'm a truck as well. Can I drive over the sign, maybe? Just as like a... Alright. Either way, thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys in the next